What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today I'm going to be breaking down and looking at the relationship between Dead Silence and Amplify in Ghosts. I want to thank Kieran, or iPro Highflyer, for helping me with this video. He, along with a couple other guys, have just started up a gaming channel called TheCheckpoint, and I encourage you guys to go have a look to see if that's something that you might be interested in. There will be a link in the description. Okay, so these perks are both supposed to affect the sounds of footsteps in the game. Dead Silence is supposed to make your footsteps silent to you and your enemy, and Amplify is supposed to make enemy footsteps louder and easier for you to hear. Although the game states that using Amplify will allow you to hear Dead Silence, I've heard a lot of complaints that this is not actually the case, so hopefully this video will clear up any confusion for you. So starting it off, let's look at what footsteps sound like when neither person is using either of these perks. Make sure you pay close attention to not only the volume of the footsteps, but also the range at which you can hear them. As you can tell, the footsteps are quite easy to hear from a fair distance away. So now let's have a listen to what it sounds like when the enemy is using Dead Silence and you are not using Amplify. So if you listen very carefully, or if you have a headset, you can very faintly hear the enemy's footsteps, but only really close up, and in a real game situation with shots going off everywhere, and teammates yelling and all that chaos going on, you aren't likely to hear this at all. So next up, let's listen to what it sounds like to have Amplify against an enemy that is not using Dead Silence. Clearly, you can hear the enemy coming from really far away, and it's also worth noting that the footsteps sounds on different materials seems to be exaggerated by this perk as well, so when he steps on that piece of sheet metal there, you can really tell what he's stepping on. So finally, let's look at the relationship between the two perks. In this case, I'm using Amplify and my enemy is using Dead Silence. So as you can probably tell, Amplify does counter Dead Silence to an extent, but does it completely cancel out Dead Silence? Let's listen closely to the next two clips so you can compare them. The first one is the first one that I played in this video. It's with neither of the perks equipped on either player. And the second one is the Dead Silence versus Amplify one that I just played. It may be helpful to close your eyes in this case. So you should be able to notice that the first clip was just a little bit louder than the second. This means that Amplify doesn't seem to completely counter Dead Silence, but it definitely makes it loud enough to hear in most situations as long as you're paying attention. So hopefully this video was able to clear the air on this debate. I'd appreciate a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys next time.